Happy New Year, Kevin Feely here with Thinking Bigger with Kevin Feely. I told you guys I was going to do more solo episodes. This is going to be another one. I want to get my thoughts off on the new year and how to set yourself up for a successful, thriving new 2023. So again, Happy New Year, everybody. Hope you guys had a great, safe New Year's. Here in San Diego, it was raining like crazy. It was really funny because my girlfriend and I were just driving around downtown watching people get dumped on in the rain. Nobody could get Ubers. It looked miserable. And me being sober, not going out to bars and stuff like that, it was just hilarious. But I want to talk about New Year's resolutions and why they are a failure most of the time. You know, I want you to think back on the years that you've set New Year's resolutions and just think about how quick it takes for that to go away. You know, I've noticed that the gyms are packed. People are outside running. They're at the store buying vegetables for the first time in 11 and a half months. And when you really think about it, New Year's resolutions set you up for failure because you're not really changing what you believe about yourself on a subconscious level. So in the last solo episode, I talked about when I quit smoking, I had to change myself on a subconscious level. I had to actually make myself on a subconscious level believe that I was no longer a smoker, right? The reason why people smoke, when you think about it, they know it's bad for them. They don't like smelling. They don't like the stigma that comes with smoking. They know it's going to kill them, but they still smoke. Well, it's literally because they believe on a subconscious level that they're a smoker. And until you change that subconscious belief, you will continue to have those actions, right? I saw this video the other day of an old Oprah episode, and this guy comes on and he has Oprah hold this string that has a rock attached to it. And he says, in your mind, I want you to think, don't move your hand. I want you to think about the circle going left, counterclockwise, right? And all of a sudden the circle is going counterclockwise. And then he goes, I want you to think about it going straight up and down. And all of a sudden the rock sort of starts kind of hanging and going up and down. Well, obviously her hand was the thing moving that rock. As she's holding this rock attached to a string, the weight of the rock is moving based off how she's moving her hand. But she's not consciously trying to move her hand. She is thinking about it on a subconscious level, and she doesn't even realize that her hand is the thing that's moving that. So although, people watch the video and it looks like this guy's like tricking her into thinking that the rock's moving on some magic, it shows that the subconscious mind is really the thing that calls all the shots. It's the subconscious mind controls everything, and I use this reference a lot, but have you ever been driving and all of a sudden you're driving and you kind of go, oh my gosh, I'm driving a car. I don't remember the last time I looked out the window. I was just in some other land. But your subconscious mind was making the adjustments on the steering wheel, was pressing the brake when the car in front of you brakes. And all of that is neural pathways that have been built up over a period of time that creates a literal highway on how data is transferred through your brain, which makes, actual actions and things happen. So, the first time I caught a baseball, I was not very good at it. A little kid with poor reaction time. But the second and third time, and obviously my thousandth time catching a baseball, I was much better. And now if you were to throw a baseball at me while I'm not looking, I can probably catch it out of reaction. That's the subconscious mind. When we talk about New Year's resolutions, and when we say we're going to quit drinking, when we say we're going to eat better and go make more money, we're going to do this and that, and we're going to work out, we're going to be on this diet, blah, blah. We are not changing how we view ourselves on a subconscious level. So if you don't change the subconscious, you won't change the conscious, which means you won't change your actions, which means your results won't change. Anytime that I have had a major change in my life, I have without a doubt changed something on my subconscious level. And also another thing when it comes to New Year's resolutions is a lot of people will set like 15 or 10 different resolutions. If you're going to do something like that, you need to have complete focus and complete commitment to like one or two things, right? If you try to catch 2 rabbits at once, you probably don't catch any of them. So when you have focus, you really, really have a superpower. I believe that focus is a superpower. Somebody asked I think it was Warren Buffett and Charlie Munger, what the number one thing that they could do in business is. Or I think the question was something like, actually, I'm going to look this up. Okay, so I just looked it up. Yeah, it was Warren Buffett and Charlie Munger. And a host had these guys out to dinner. And he asked, what factor do you feel has been the most important in getting to where you've gotten in life? Buffett and Munger both immediately replied, focus. And when I look at any time that my business has really, really blown up, it's always when I've been focused. And any time that I've had an issue in my business, it's when it's been unfocused and undisciplined. And again, when that subconscious programming is not done the right way, right? So going into the new year, if you want a better body, you need to completely commit, but you need to spend the time visualizing and thinking about it and making sure that you on a subconscious level believe that you are in this new body. Like, I know that sounds crazy, but vision boards, right? I have a vision board right over here. This Rolex is actually still on this vision board. I need to update it, but I visualized this so many times before I got it. You know, it wasn't until I started visualizing that this actually became a reality. It wasn't that I wasn't capable of it. I just didn't focus and visualize on it. So you need to really spend equal amount of time focusing and visualizing and, you know, bringing a visual concept to what you want as you need to put into actually doing it. So I know that sounds crazy, but an hour before you go to bed, sit and visualize about the ideal situation that you want. And again, focus on one thing at a time. Feel what it's like. Feel the emotion. Try to think about how your life would be different. You know, if you had that perfect body, what kind of food would you eat? What's your sleep schedule like? Are you actually consistently hitting the gym? Do you say no to ice cream at 2 a.m, right? These kind of things you have to sort of get into your subconscious mind before it starts. And if you don't tackle the subconscious, I'm sorry to say it, but think about it. You're probably not going to have success with your New Year's resolutions like 99% of people. Most people fail their New Year's resolutions within like 3 or 4 days, you know? So those are my thoughts on New Year's resolutions. I really hope that you dial in to the subconscious mind and start to understand that is really, really critical. Okay, so 2 books that I want to suggest if you are interested in reading about your subconscious mind and how to program it the right way. There's 2. So one is by Joseph Murphy, and it's The Power of Your Subconscious Mind. That's a really good one. And the other one is Psycho-Cybernetics. Look up both of those 2 different books. I think Psycho-Cybernetics is by Maxwell Maltz. I've read both of those books, and both of those really, really helped me learn a little bit about how to train your subconscious mind. And I'm telling you, if you don't conquer your subconscious mind, it doesn't matter what your goals are, they will not happen. Again, this is Thinking Bigger with Kevin Feely. If you guys have any questions, hit me up on Instagram, hit me up anywhere, and leave a review on this episode. It really, really helps us out. Other than that, hope you guys have a great new year, and let's get it in 2023.
I am a nightmare walking, psychopath talking, king of my jungle, just a gangster. I am a nightmare walking, psychopath talking, king of my jungle, just a gangster.